Sup, y'all? It's me. It's your boy Asmongold, and this might be a little bit awkward because I am recording this live. But today, I want to answer a question that people have been asking me ever since I made my YouTube channel. And to be honest, people have asked me even before then, whenever they saw how many mounts and pets and achievements and stuff that I had. And that question is, what is my slash played? Now, it's a really, really big fucking number, and I wanted to show it to you guys. I haven't checked it in a couple of weeks or so, and I figured, remember I was thinking of like, oh, what should I do for this video? I figured I'd do one more thing. I'm going to show you guys all of the other cool stuff that I've got on my account. This video might be a little bit longer, but I want to go through all of the stuff that I have on my account that's interesting, that's cool, that people might want to see. And so I wanted to do that with you guys. Now, for a little bit of backstory before I do it, I want to put it into perspective how long I played this character. Now, I started World of Warcraft in July of 2006, and Asmongold the Warrior on Thrall back then, the one that you're looking at right now, was created a little bit after that. So I would say like maybe late July or even August. I originally started with a Horde Mage, then a Tauren Warrior, and then I switched over to the Human Warrior whenever my friend Zach Mikorivi, he wanted to play a Paladin. This was like back in vanilla, and Paladins were Alliance exclusive. Like you couldn't even play a Paladin if you were Horde. I was actually originally going to play Horde, but we switched over to Alliance so he could play a Paladin. So I have had this character ever since then. This has been my main character ever since then, and so I played it a lot, okay? So I'm going to just go ahead and start with the slash played and do that right now, and then I'll combine it with all of the other characters that I have so you guys can see like an overall slash played of how much time I put on this account, and then I'll show you guys some cool stuff that I've got on my bank and just other stuff that I have as well. Here we go. All right. Let's go right here. $892 days, 7 hours. Oh, people are selling things for real money. Oh, some people are saying, what is, can't they, why can I not deal with this? 892 days, 7 hours, 39 minutes, 3 seconds. It's more like 10 now because I was complaining about gold sellers. Time played this level, 105 days, 5 hours, 38 minutes, and 6 seconds. In other words, a really fucking long time. That's almost like, what is that, 365 times 2, that's over 700. So this is like closer to what? Like almost closer to 3 years than 2 on just this one character. Now what you guys may or may not know is I've got more than one character. So let's go ahead and see what else we've got here. I'm not going to go through all the characters. I have an add-on called Altaholic, and it tells me what my slash played is across all of my characters. Total time. Let me see. Can I show it on this character? How long? What's my slash played? I'm seeing if I can do that at all. Level filter. This realm. I have no. Oh. Account summary. Yes. Here's my slash played right here. So we have. Where is it? Okay, on Kel'Thuzad for Warrior. I've got obviously 892 days, and total across all of my characters across all of the servers on this account, I have 1,176 days slash played. Now, let me just go ahead and open up my calculator right now. Let's see. 1176 divided by 365. Yes. 3.2 years that I have played WoW on this account. Ever since 2006. So that's a long fucking time. And if you just want to look at how long I played in Legion, that's 100 days, right? So 100, let me see right here. So 100 times 24 is 2,400. So if there's, let's see, how many days ever since Legion came out? Legion came out in September, right? Or no, it was August 30th, right? Let me just go ahead and check that right now, too. Legion release. Legion release date was August 30th. Okay, I'm right on that. So August 30th, and now it's almost August. So there's, let's say, 9 months, or sorry, not 9, 11 months, and each month has 30 days. So that is, what, 11 times 30 is 330. And is it 11 times 30 is 330? It's 11 times 30 is 330. Yeah, of course. And so let's just go ahead and divide that. So 2,400 divided by 330 equals, on average, ever since Legion has come out, I have played the game for 7 hours every day. Okay? Now, half of that is AFK, but half of it's not. It's basically how long I've been on my computer, because anytime that I'm on my computer at all, I'm basically logged in one facility or another. 7.2 hours every single day. So if this doesn't say anything, it says that Legion probably isn't really that shitty, right? But anyway, guys, I've obviously played for a very, very long time. Now, some people might say that, oh, you're a piece of shit. How do you play the game this much? I enjoy playing the game. I have fun playing the game. It's what I do for fun. I don't really have a lot of other really big hobbies. I don't really play a lot of other games. At least not recently. I haven't. And so I basically just play this character. And so it's always been something that I've done. And there you go. There's how long I've played the game. There's my slash played. Now, anyway, guys, second part of this is I wanted to show you guys some other stuff that I've got on my account. And I think people will consider it a little bit interesting. In terms of transmog items, let me see if there's anything cool that I have for transmog items. I don't really think that there's a ton of really interesting stuff. I think probably the most interesting stuff that I have for transmog is removed elite gladiator sets and stuff like that. But other than that, I don't really have any super unique transmog items, except for a couple of Nax 40 items that don't really stand out at all. And so anyway, I'll go into my bank. And we'll take a look what we've got here. Of course, I have a fruit hat. That's the most important thing. I have 30 fragments of Valnir, if they ever make it usable by warriors. I have Dragon Breath Chili, if I ever want that. I think my mom actually gave this to me. She actually plays WoW too. And Wormall the Chieftain. Of course, I have a lot of the... Oh, there's the Elite Ruthless Gladiator's Greatsword. And that was from Season 10. That's Cataclysm. I've held on to all of this stuff ever since then. It's got Elemental Force on it. I think I put it on there so I could kill Vasidius. And, there's Shadowmourne. Shadowmourne, of course. I never had that back when it was current. That's my original Relentless Gladiator's Greatsword with the original enchants and gems on it right there. Frost Scythe of War to Hoon from this Animal 232, so that is Wrath of the Lich King item level. And Furious Gladiator's Bone Grinder. This is before they added epic gems, as you guys can see. Has Berserking on it. Thordile, Legendary Mace. This is Brutal Gladiator's Bone Grinder enchanted with Executioner, which is the best enchant back then. This is the original mace that I had back at level 70. And right next to that is, of course, even better, Storm Herald, that has Executioner on it as well. Same thing. Now, we're going back a little bit farther in time. Gorehowl, which I had 35 attack power on it, which is actually the correct enchant. But before I had Gorehowl, I had something even worse than that. Crystal Forged War Axe. I literally used this in Karazhan progression. That's how fucking terrible I was back at level 70. And I enchanted it with Fiery Weapon, because I didn't want to enchant anything that wasn't an epic with something that was really, really expensive. So this is actually what I used to use at level 70. And then I have over here, let's see, Sulphur's Hand of Ragnos. I have the original Ravager. And so this used to be a thing that you get from the old boss Herod in Scarlet, Armory or whatever. And you would use this and it would just make you cast Whirlwind over and over and over. And I held on to it because back then you didn't really have a lot of abilities that would allow you to consistently use an AoE attack. So I have the Ravager. Also, I have this, the Cold Iron Pick, which is a very, very special Cold Iron Pick because it has a transmog of the Corrupted Ashbringer on it. Now, I had a friend, the way it used to work is that if you had one person loot an item that you were both eligible for, you could have that person transmog it if they had Corrupted Ashbringer, and that person could trade it to you with the transmog still intact. And that's how I still have that sword there. But I actually don't have Corrupted Ashbringer myself. Cruel Gladiator's Tabard, Elite Gladiator Tabard, Horseman's Sinister Saber, item level 365, which is the same equivalent item level of the Vicious Gear. At level 85, so that's Cataclysm. This is, of course, from the Halloween event. And Warglaive Vazanoth, of course, I have all the legendaries, besides, of course, that T-Ash, don't have that. The Brewfest Steins from all the different years. The Shield, oh, I need to repair this. The Shield from the Cataclysmic Elite set. And let's see, what else? Is there anything else interesting? I have Crown of Desolation from the Molten Core events. And Cataclysmic Gladiator's Helm. I really, really like this set, so I held on to it. Vile Fumigator's Mask. I thought this was a really cool item, and so I just held on to that as well. Horseman's Helm. It's actually like really funny because this is item level 110, which is the same as Karazhan item level. So this is like from level 70. The original Horseman's Helm. It's like back in the day, whenever you ever saw somebody with this helmet, you knew they were fucking terrible. Like even though the helmet had really good stats, like by the time they actually introduced this into the game, like Black Temple was out and like you were able to get like Merciless gear, which is way better. So it's actually really funny for me to see people like even now, like whenever I see somebody with a Horseman's Helm transmogged, I just assume that they suck because of how it used to be back in the day. Hollowed Helm, I don't really even know why I have that. Helm of the Fire Festival, I always like that little item there. Mantle of the Fire Festival, that's a Storm Relic I wasn't sure if I was going to use. Let's see, some original Dragon Soul gear right there with the epic gems, and those are actually really hard to get with the best enchant on it and everything, and that's from the original Dragon Soul, like whenever it was current. Let's see what else we have. I had some of these. Whenever they introduced the wardrobe, I was not entirely sold on it working. So I was a little bit skeptical, and I held on to all of the elite gear that I wasn't able to reobtain. So I still have all that, and maybe if they, I probably should delete it by now, but back then I was like definitely not confident at all. More Cataclysmic Elite Gladiator gear. I mean, like, why would I have this in my bags? When would I ever use that? Let's see what else we have in here. There's some other pretty interesting stuff. I just need to go through here. Of course, I have the WAD PV or WAD rings there. Oh boy, Tiny Voodoo Mask. This used to be an item that you got from Hexlord Malacrast in the old ZA, and it would allow you to like cast voodoo gnomes on a target. I can probably show that to you guys in just a minute here. And then on top of that, I have the Barov Peasant Collar, the original one. And this is the same thing. It did pretty much the same thing. But this one was a little bit stronger, and you can actually use this to kill people back in a day in like World PvP and all. So I have both of these items. I have held on to that. I've had this ever since level 60, and I've had this ever since level 70. Whenever it first came out. And let's see, what else do we have? What else is interesting to show you guys? I have this ring that I got from Shadow Moon Valley, and I thought it was like useful because it could allow you to go invisible. So I held on to that. Engine of Eradication. Wait, why do I? Oh, I need to keep that in my bag. Stormpike Insignia. This is the original Stormpike thing. You used to get this. I think you had to be exalted with the Stormpike Guard or whatever. The something like the Arathi, Alterac Valley Reputation. And if you got it, and it still works, by the way, you can still use this. You'd equip it, and it could teleport you all the way back to the what do you call it? To like your town, like right in front of your keep, so you could defend the base if people were attacking. And so it was really useful if you were doing like AV pre-mades or something like that. And even at level 60 or 70, people would still use it so they could teleport to like stop people from like killing the what do you call it, the commander. Precious is Riven, of course. Stari Defense Tabard, Tabard of Conquest, always had that. Tabard of the Protector. Now this is an item. Tabard of Protector was from the Burning Crusade pre-expansion event. Whenever I was still level 60, you had to kill a bunch of demons in front of the Dark Portal, and you got this tabard, and I've had it ever since then. So I still have this tabard right here. Tabard of Brute Force, not really a big deal. Scarlet Crusade, who cares about that? Theramore Tabard, who cares about that? Fuck Theramore. Tabard of Scarlet Crusade. Bloodsail Admiral's Hat. And this is right here. See, I've came up with an idea, right? And I got this one too. And I also have this one. It's called the bonus mount. Now, the bonus mount is whenever you go into a raid instance and you get the mount from the raid instance, but you already have the mount, but you don't throw it away and you just put it in your bags anyway because there's something wrong with you. That's what the bonus mount is. So I've got 3 of them so far. I've got a Death Charger, Flame Talon, and a Spawn of Horadon. I'm looking to collect even more. Schematic, that don't care about that. Oh, Dartal's Rod Transformation. This was an item. This is from the pre-shattering before Cataclysm came and changed the old world. And this was a quest that you got in, I believe, Ashenvale, and it would turn you into a Furbolg. And back then, you didn't really have 1,000 different toys that you could use that could change your appearance. So an item that could actually change your appearance was very unique and very cool. So I held on to this because everybody was doing the quest and they didn't want to throw it away, because even though it was a quest item, it still wouldn't go away if you didn't turn in the quest. So I held on to it, and I'm still holding on to it, and I can use it to turn myself into a Furbolg. And Admiral's Compass, not really a big deal. Don't care about that. Let's see, what else is there? Cooking School Bell. The original Apexis Crystals from Ogre. Don't really don't care about that. Let's see, Fashion Attrition. Oh! Scepter of the Shifting Sands. So, my plan with this is holding on to the Scepter of the Shifting Sands is because I had expected Blizzard to fuck up and accidentally reset the servers to where the what do you call it? What is it? The AQ gate opening events would reset, and I would be able to use it and then get the Scarab board mount again. And I was holding on to it for all this time, and I still have it. But they unfortunately got rid of the quest, and so I had the Scepter just sitting there waiting for the hopefully potential moment that Blizzard fucked up, and I'd be able to get my Scarab board title. Obviously, that didn't happen, but I completed the entire Scepter of the Shifting Sands quest. I did all of it at level 80. It was extremely fun to do. I absolutely loved it. So I held on to the Scepter of the Shifting Sands for all this time. These two items right here, Desecrated Bracers and Wasteguard, these are the original Tier 3 tokens that you used to get from Naxxramas 40. I never turned them in because I didn't want to spend the money on, like, I think it was the Frozen Runes or the, I think it was like Arcane Crystals or something. And so I just held on to these, and I think it was Warriors and Rogues that used these. And these are the only two Tier 3 pieces that I got back then. And the rest of my Tier 3 pieces I had bought from the Black Money Action House. But these here, I just kept them, and I've just had them for pretty much the whole time. And of course, I'm never going to throw them away now. But these are probably some of the rarest items. Like, I assume like nobody else even has these in the game. But yeah, the original Tier 3 tokens. And, Bindings of the Windseeker. I have one of these. I already have Thunder Fury, but I picked one out. Same idea as the bonus mounts here. And let's see. I think that's pretty much all of the interesting stuff that I've got on this character. Key to the Palace of Li Shin, if I ever want to do that at some point. I have Rod that summons like an extra boss and mana tombs. And some fishing rods. I remember, so it's actually really funny. So the Mastercraft Cadillac fishing pole was a reputation reward from a rep back in Wrath of the Lich King. And I thought, because it had like a really high DPS compared to like the other weapons that you were able to get, because like the DPS for it was equivalent to the other weapons that you could get from like Heroic, but I at that point only had like a blue weapon. So if I got this epic weapon, it would be a DPS increase. So I actually went and I farmed out the fishing reputation every single day religiously because I thought I could actually use a fishing pole in actual combat, but apparently you can't use it in actual combat because your abilities don't work with it. I felt like a fucking moron, but I've always had that ever since level 80, and this is the exact same one. So I thought I was going to actually use a fishing pole to fight with, but just never let me do that. Let's see. Okay, so that's basically all I've got on there. Let me look at if there's any like feats of strength that I can show you guys. I'm going to show you the two little, the Peasant Collar and the Voodoo Mask too in just a second. Feats of strength, of course I have all that. Realm First Challenge modes from way back in the day. Demon Hunter Transmog. Mounts, of course I have all these different mounts here. I can go through my mounts in another video, maybe Challenge Master, Blood Maul Slag Mines, and of course a lot of these. This is defeating Rodin without having anybody die. That was kind of a big deal. And then this one right here was a really big deal. Defeating Sinestra on the first try without having anyone die. That was a really, really big fucking deal. Herald of the Titans, got that back at level 70, or 80 actually. We weren't able to get it 70. PvP achievements, nothing really super exciting there, to be honest. Insane. Let's see, is there anything cool that I have in here? All of the different anniversary stuff, Tabard the Protector, promotional stuff, nothing really too big. So I'll go ahead and I'll use this on these little training dummies so you guys can see what they do. So use these right here. Some of these little voodoo gnomes, and the voodoo gnomes, I thought they were supposed to attack. Maybe they're only defensive. Maybe they must be only back in the day, they used to actually like cast lightning bolts, but apparently that's not a thing anymore. So that's too bad. In terms of titles, let me think any titles that I have that are interesting. Challenger Champion of Ulduar, that's completing all of the Ulduar 10-man bosses without having anyone die. That was taken out of the game. Conqueror of Orgrimmar, everybody probably knows what that's from. Let's see, Grand Marshal, it's not really super rare or anything. And I think that's probably the only title that I have that's interesting. And I'll go ahead and I'll use the Bara Peasant Collar in just a second here. I've got 10 seconds left on it. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to make this video and share with you some of the cool things that I have on my account. People always ask me, really, what's my /played? That's the main thing. And I thought I had some pretty cool, interesting things on my account that many people probably didn't even know was in the game. So I do hope that you guys enjoyed this. Let me see, does it work? No, I guess they must be defensive. Yeah, they're just chilling. Yeah, they're not doing anything. Okay. All right. Well, whatever. That's fine. They do whatever they want. Okay. Anyway, so either way, those are two trinkets, and they used to summon things that would help you attack. I guess that you have to get attacked, and they would like respond reactively. Maybe I'm not really sure. Either way, these are cool, two like cool little toys that I've saved for pretty much ever since then. Let me go ahead and put these back in the bank so I don't have them just sitting around for probably like a month or two until I remember that I did that wrong. Okay. Anyway. So that's pretty much all I've got, guys. I wanted to show this to you guys because I thought it would be interesting. I thought it would be cool, and I thought people would enjoy it. It's always cool to go back and look at old stuff like that. And so I do hope that you guys enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed doing it, and just looking at some of the crazy, cool, like weird things that I have on my account. And hopefully it being a live video wasn't really as annoying as I'm sure it possibly could have been. So either way, thank you very much for watching, and like, comment, and subscribe.